So, hi there, peeps. How's everybody doing? Is it Monday night? Monday night. It's January 22nd, 2018. How about that? This is the 10th year since the Phillies World Series. It's tough to believe it's been 10 years, but on the other hand, it kind of isn't because, my it's just been a long time. It has been. The years have been relatively good, but you know, we've had a lot of things happen since then. We've had a two-term president, the first African American president in U.S. history. We've had kind of the polar opposite kind of choice for president since then. We've had, well, one thing we haven't had is a whole lot of change as far as the dominant team in the NFL. So that may be one thing that's somewhat constant, and that who knows when that's going to change. I'm sure Al, Red Sox fan, is thrilled of that, but many of us probably aren't. But the Phillies have gone through basically a complete bust down and rebuild. Houston went through a complete bust down, rebuild, and then won. So, yeah, I don't know why my browser's being a little goofy here, but just I'd like to get my window up here so I can actually chat with you all. So do I? Yeah, I'd say the only two. I mean, I'm going to be rooting for the Eagles, and I think they're sort of my second. They'd be my second team in the NFL. If I had a second team, it would be the Eagles. I really rooted for them pretty ardently during the Donovan McNabb years. When they were routinely good. They were routinely good, and you have no video or audio. Well, maybe you should. You might want to refresh there, Jerry. I don't know. I take it everybody else does. So, during the McNabb, Deuce Staley. That's a very good point, Tribe fan. That probably sums it up. I don't know. There's other teams that I dislike a lot. Cowboys would be one probably. Dolphins, Jets. I mean, basically anybody in the division is. But in any event, it's been a while. So that was a longer introduction than I really wanted, and actually I wanted to introduce with something else completely, and I kind of got sidetracked, but that's okay. So in this 2008 Phillies season, there's really, I can't remember going to more than one game during the season. And this game we're going to play today is the game that I remember going to. It was a remarkable game. I went with a church group. It was United Methodist Day at the Phillies, and we went with a whole group from our church. A couple people would be a couple of people. I recall this vividly because a couple of friends of ours brought their father or father-in-law or whatever, and the father-in-law was a Braves fan. Okay, so the matchup Cole Hamels against Mike Hampton for the Braves, and it didn't look good for the Phils. They got down 9-0, like pretty early. Let me bring up the box score here. I wish I had scored the game, but seeing that I was with people, sometimes when you're with people, scoring games gets really like iffy. So it wasn't 9-0. I guess it was 9-3. It seemed like it was 9-0. They chased Hamels. How many runs did Hamels actually give up in this game? When you have a Braves fan sitting behind you at Citizens Bank Park, giving you grief because your pitcher. So Hamels gave up all 9 runs. 4 of them were earned, but yeah, he only went 3 2/3 innings in this game. But a combination of Cianez, Adam Eaton. So Cianez for a third of an inning gets Hamels out of a jam. Then Eaton, Madsen, Durbin, Romero, Lidge complete a shutout for the rest of the game, giving up only 2 hits the remainder of the game after Hamels gave up 6. So 9-3, the Phillies then score 7 in the 5th and win 10-9. And we'll replay this game today. I doubt it's going to be that exciting. Maybe it will be. If it is, I'll be jumping for joy. But I don't know. Joy. I don't know too many joys, and neither of them are here. So, jumping for joy is probably not gonna be all that exciting. But anyway, let's get going here. Yeah, so that's part of the reason why it was so interesting as well. And I may have gone to another game. Maybe we went early in the season, but my wife was pregnant, and so July. This was July 26. And so she would have been. What is that? Like 5 months along? So she was still able to, basically do everything a normal person can do. It's not like she was like, getting like unwieldy, if you know what I mean. Like women can get real tight. Actually, I'd say the second trimester, it seems like that's about the best time for a woman who is carrying a child. Is that seems to be when they've gotten over the sickness part of it, and they tend to be in the more energetic phase where they still have the best of mobility, and but also have kind of gotten over that nausea and all that good stuff. So let's get to this game. All that lead in, and it'll probably be like a snooze fest. You never know. If the Phillies would win, I would take a snooze fest. The Phillies, they've been continuing to just kind of go along here and win probably 2 out of every 3 for the most part in recent times. I got to get my box out here. So I set this game up last night. This is game 2 of the series. The Phillies won the first game 5-2. So this is game 2. I wanted to play it because, like I said, it was a game I remembered being at. And it was remarkable. You don't usually watch your team come back from a 6-run deficit and respond to a 9 spot with a 7 spot to win. But the Phillies did, so. All right, so again, Hampton on the mound for the Braves. Both lefties. Hamels for the Phillies. So, yeah, we got to roll the park factors. I recall it being a relatively good day. So, in a 10-9 game, you'd think you'd have runs galore. But in this case, day game, we are going to 13 gives us average conditions. So, we aren't going to be smashing them out all the time. So that's a 10 and a 7. And, 13 for the home runs. So, okay, I got to get my chat window back up here. I had switched it off to give you guys, to try and actually talk about the box score. I wish I exactly remembered it more, but the years aren't so kind to me for some reason. All right, I'm going to zoom in some. There. I think that's pretty good. All right, so Gregor Blanco in left. Yunel Escobar, shortstop. Mark Teixeira first. Brian McCann catching. I think I just said catching. Omar Infante, third base. Jeff Francoeur, right field. Martin Prado, second base. Mark Kotze in center. And Mike Hampton on the mound. And I don't know if we'll see the pitchers chased as early as they were in real life, but It depends how many errors, because I don't know. Let me look back one more time. How many errors were in that game? Because that was a factor. So 2 for the Phillies. That was a factor. That's how that became such a blowout there for a while. All right, Blanco against Hamels leading off, and he will draw a walk to start. So Blanco, Hamels, Coast is the catcher here today. He's +2 in catcher arm, and Hamels is a 0. So the net effect of a good lead is 0. So it'd be 1-16 if Gregor Blanco gets one, and he will try. A 7 does not get that, so this would be a 1-9 with a poor lead. So he's just going to hold. They will try to hit and run here with Escobar. They're going to send Blanco, and he'll be an A hit and run since they're holding him on. And a 4-6, that'll be a strikeout, which for an A hit and run guy, that becomes a grounder to first, and that will call that a 3-1. And so Howard makes the play, but won't have any play at the stealing Gregor Blanco. So now with 1 out and runner at second will be Mark Teixeira. And against a righty, that is a 6-9. That will be a strikeout. So now 2 outs. It'll be Brian McCann. And McCann, he is going to hit it on the ground to short, and that will retire the side as Rollins throws the first in time to get the catcher. And so no runs on no hits and just the 1 left. It's fun to replay the Dodgers-Royals game in Kansas City my cousin took me to back in 2014. Yeah, I can't say I'm a fan of interleague, but I'm sure that there's plenty of instances where there have been people who have really enjoyed. I mean, especially at the beginning when the matchups were so new. A lot of teams hadn't played each other. But then, I mean, really the only matchup that matters to Major League Baseball, that eventually did happen with the Subway Series. So, they got that. So Rollins at short, Victorino center, Utley second base, Howard first, Burrell left, Worth right. Eric Bruntlett playing third base today in place of Felice. I think he might have had the flu or just was out of town for some reason. Personal matter, maybe. Chris Coast catching, and Cole Hamels. So I'm probably not going to use Felice as a pinch hitter, but we'll see. And here we go. Rollins 6'10" against Hampton. He'll be batting from the right. That'll be catcher X. So McCann is a 3-E1. 3-7. Well, it won't be an error. What's that? That is going to be a 3-7. That's going to be a pop out. So a pop up that McCann gets underneath for the first out. Here's Victorino. He's also batting from the right, 6'11". He will fly out to Kotze. Routine play. Here is Chase Utley. 2 outs. In game 1, he hit a home run. Solo shot. So there's a 2-5 against the lefty, and he is going to single with 2 outs. If there had been a runner in scoring position with 2 outs, that would have been no hit. But all right, so Utley with two outs. Oh boy, he could get picked off here. 1-6 safe, and he is picked off. So was going to try and get a lead with him, but so it's going to be zeros here in the first for both teams. Got the old 1 on the D20 for the runner checks. So, all right, so we'll go to the second. And Omar Infante facing Hamels. There's a 6-8. We got a lot of 6s so far against a righty. That is trouble. That is going to get in between the outfielders, and he will be able to advance to second base on the double. Infante in game number 1, he was 1 for 4, and he starts off with a double. So Infante, he doesn't really steal much, so Francoeur comes up. Hamels would love to induce double play ball. And that's going to be a single to right, and Infante with a 13. There will be no throw. They're going to throw into second to keep Francoeur at first, and that will be an early lead for the Braves, 1-0. RBI for Francoeur. Martin Prado. Francoeur isn't much of a stolen base threat either. 1-4. That'll be a grounder to third base B. They will get the force. And it'll be Bruntlett over to Utley, but the runner breaks up the double play chance. So with 1 out, it'll be Mark Kotze. Lefty-lefty matchup here. 5-5. Kotze strikes out, so kind of the chance for the inning to get out of this inning without any more damage. Prado is going to try and get a lead here. Needs a 5 total that gets a 9, so no. And it is Mike Hampton with a pitcher's hitting card number 3. 2 outs, runner at first. 2-9, and he strikes out to end the second. They do get 1 run on 2 hits. Double and then a follow-up single. So Phillies have some work to do here, and it will be the heart of the order. Howard, Burrell, and Worth. So here is lefty Howard against lefty Hampton. 3-3, a potential single, 1-10, 50% chance on the correction factor, but it's going to be a liner to second for the out. Caught by Prado, 1 down. Pat Burrell. Hi, Brent. There's a 5-2 against a righty. Grounder down the line to first. Can Teixeira get to it? He's a 1 range. He's almost certainly going to be able to get to it as long as he gets a normal error number, and he does. So that's out number 2 as Burrell is retired. Jason Worth. That is a 1-6 against a lefty, and that will be a fly ball to center and will be caught to end the inning. So 3 up and 3 down. Going to the third. Still 1-0 Atlanta. Gregor Blanco walked in the first and was stranded. That's going to be a grounder to second. Utley with the throw over and makes the play. Yaniel Escobar. And a 2-3. He hits it a mile high, and Rollins will wait for it and squeezes for the out. 2 down. Mark Teixeira. And he is going to be patient and draw a 2-out walk. It's going to give Brian McCann a chance to take Hamels deep here, potentially, or just extend this inning. 2 down. That is a 1-10 single chance on the correction. And guess what? The Braves get the luck this time. And it's now first and second with Infante, who doubled in his first at-bat at the plate. 2 outs. Hamels needing to work out of this jam. Here is Infante. 2-12, and that's a liner right at Rollins, and he snags it. He has to dive just a little, not a big dive, just he eases his way over there. Catches it, and that ends the inning. So dodges a bullet there. No runs. 1 hit, 2 left. That one could have been a hit, and instead Hamels heads to the dugout, breathing a sigh of relief. Here's Eric Bruntlett. He's serviceable against left-handed pitching. And against a righty, that's going to be a grounder to shortstop. And that will be a play made there by Escobar. Teixeira catches it with 2 steps to go for Bruntlett. Here is Chris Coast. And Coast is going to draw a walk, which will give Hamels a chance to maybe lay down a bunt, or maybe they'll let him swing away. What?
If you help the computer, it's taking forever.
What?
It's just the personalized settings for the Windows desktop update. It's not responding to the personalized settings window.
Why? Why are you using that one? It's not good. Okay, so they're gonna let Hamels hit here. Lefty-lefty matchup, so not the greatest matchup for Hamels, but with a pitcher's hitting card number 3, they'll chance the double play ball. 4-9 against a lefty. That is going to be trouble. Could be a triple for Hamels, which doesn't make much sense. But 1-12, Hamels does not have normal power, correct? No, he's weak. So it'd be a 1-12 would be a single. It's a 16. It's weird to do it, but if you're going to play it straight up, it's going to be a triple, and that's going to score the run to tie the ball game. So Hamels strokes one the deepest part of the park, and not just playing the bunt there gets the Phillies a run. So, and Hamels is 90 feet away. Here is Rollins. Wish there was a better way to bunt for a hit here, but Rollins isn't really the greatest. And 6'10", we had this before with him. Catcher X. How about that? 2 rolls in a row for him at the plate. 6'10". So maybe in that 5 range, you can get a passed ball chance here, or a wild pitch. So let's see. 12. That's potential passed ball. Hampton's a 0, so it's going to be a foul out unless there's an error. And there's no error, so that will be a foul out for out number 2. So that brings up Victorino. Victorino's a guy you'd imagine could hit a triple, but with 2 outs, can you get a single, knock home Hamels? 6-2 against a righty. 1-18 single chance. Boy, unless the D20 isn't feeling it for the Phillies today, this will be the second run and give them the lead. It is 19. That is a line out to short to end the inning. How about that? 1 run, and the D20 is being a little sassafras here today. So we'll go to the 4th, 1-1. The Phillies lose by a run. You can thank the D20 there. So Jeff Francoeur against Hamels. That will be a grounder to Rollins, and he will make the play. So 1 down. And now it's Prado. That'll be a grounder to Bruntlett, and Bruntlett, no problem there. So, yeah, Kotze and a 6-8 against a lefty ballpark home run chance. They might retake the lead here. 1-13, and of course it's a 2. That's gone. So they had the numbers in their favor there, but Kotze, let's. Oh, you know what? That's a lucky one. Notice there if that's a weak. So never mind. Sorry, Braves fans, but he does not hit a ballpark home run there. He does get a single. It extends the inning, but Hampton will come up. Hampton is not a bad hitter. But Kotze, I don't know, at this point in his career, could he run? You have that chance there on the 9 that he'd get thrown out. He's going to hold tight and turn the lineup over. So here is Hampton. And there is the 6-8. Hampton, weak power as well. Another 6-8 this time against a righty. That'll be 1-13 double. And it's a 13 on the dot. So second and third, 2 outs. And the D6s and the D20 conspiring to cause the Phillies some heartache here at the moment. So second and third, they'll face Blanco. 2 potential passed ball or balk. Does Hamels have a balk rating? He doesn't, so we will re-roll. We'll roll the D6s here. Blanco 4-4 lefty fly ball to center. This is Victorino. Victorino, barring some kind of a weird, he'll get to it, and you just got to hope for no error. And there's no error. They will get out of the inning with a harmless fly ball to center field. And the inning over. So a couple of hits from the bottom of the order, and the Braves can't turn them into gold. So still 1-1. Bottom of the 4th. Chase Utley, Ryan Howard, and Pat the Bat will be appearing here in the 4th. Here's Utley. And a 6-8 against a lefty. That's a grounder to Prado at second. 3-30. 3-15, he will get to that grounder. Will he make the play? 30-11. Let's check the second base. 30-11. Yes, he does. Not routine, but he is adequate to get the job done. So Ryan Howard, 6-8 is really coming up here today. So again, Prado. That hasn't stopped spinning. I'm just going to re-roll. So 14, he again gets to it. And a 10, that means he's going to make the play. Remember, 10 was not one of those numbers either. So it's 2 down. Pat Burrell, let's make sure we really shake these up this time. There's a 5-6 against a righty. 1-12 single. And it's a 5, so Burrell will reach. And that will bring up Jason Worth. Hampton's got to be careful here. Potential passed ball or balk. That's a passed ball chance. I'll need a 1 for that. But a 17 no-go. Jason Worth. And a 6-10 against a righty. That's another catcher X. This 6 side right here is 6 heavy, it seems like. So catcher X, that's McCann. 14 on a 3, that'll be a pop out. So barring a real oddball number, and it won't be, that'll be a pop out to McCann to end the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. Nobody scores. 1-1 here at Citizens Bank Park. A nice summer day for some baseball, and Escobar will be leading off. Sixto, what a name. 3-6 single for Escobar to lead off. He's going to hold tight here with Teixeira at the plate. Teixeira, actually, they will do a... they're going to let him hit straight up. So Teixeira, 5-7 against a righty. Fly ball to center. That will be caught. 1 down. McCann. Potential wild pitch, but Hamels doesn't throw him. At least off of his card. 6-7 lefty. Grounder to Utley. This could be a double play. They were not holding Escobar. Let's see, were they? I would say they were. McCann, though, a lefty, so it wouldn't matter anyway. So 2 for Utley. Want a high number here, and it's a 1. That'll be a single. And that'll be a single for I should count that hit, but I'm not going to. So that will be a single. Is that a 2-star single? That's a 1-star single. I should really cheat there, but I'm not going to because I don't cheat. But some people probably would, but I won't. Infante, 3-5, and there's the go-ahead run. That's the way it goes. Infante 2 for 3 today. Single and a double. And Jeff Francoeur coming up with 1 out. And guys at first and third, the Phillies will play the corners in. If they can get a grounder to either. Of course, Utley, it's funny. I think Utley might have gotten one of the errors. I seem to recall him getting an error in that earlier game. Yeah, Brent, there's been a lot of tough ones in this game so far, but that's kind of the way the game in real life went. The error, Utley did have an error, and he freaking let a ball get under his glove here in this inning. So I guess that's kind of par for the course. So they're hoping for a grounder to Utley or Rollins, and they could get out of this inning with a double play. So, and they might come home if it's to the third baseman or first baseman. So Francoeur against a righty, 5-6. That's a fly ball to right, and that will be a sac fly. Caught by Worth, but in to score will be McCann, and there is a 3-1 lead for the Braves. So 2 outs now. Infante. Not a Steeler. It's a Prado. Against a righty, 6-7, a grounder to Utley. Another chance for Utley. Can he do it this time? 2, they weren't holding on, so he does get to this one. And I think he makes the play here. I don't think 13 does any... Nope, he'll make the play. So 2 runs. That hit given up by Utley is a real pain in the rear end because that was a double play ball. Taylor made, and he just... I mean, he didn't get his glove on it, so it had to be a single, but he... it was there for the taking. So Bruntlett leading off here. Phillies down by 2. 5-7 against a righty, and that'll be a grounder to Escobar, and Phillies having trouble getting breaks here. Chris Coast... Wait, I didn't need to roll the D20. Nobody's on base. 3-11, a ballpark home run here. 1-13. Is it going to go? This is a long drive way back, and it stays in the park. You'll have games like this, and they're going to go to their bullpen as Hamels has already pitched almost three times through the order, and so they're going to get Adam Eaton up in the bullpen. So they're going to go to a pinch hitter now behind, and they'll call on Taguchi. So a short outing for Hamels. 1-7, a grounder to Escobar, and that will end the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and it's going to be Adam Eaton coming in for the Phillies. Hamill's disappointing day for him. He actually pitched all right, but he did give up quite a few hits here. How many has he given up so far? Let me see. In 5 innings, he gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 hits in 5 innings, 2 walks, 3 runs. The 1 run is tough as a tough sell there because Utley had a chance at it. So Mark Kotze will go up against Eaton. Against the lefty, 6-7, 1-8 single chance. And finally, the Phillies get a roll. That'll be a line out to second, 1 down. They're going to keep Hampton in the game here. 3-4, he strikes out. And Gregor Blanco, 1-7. Let me see something. Did I? That's right. So 1-7 is a single. And Blanco will try to get a lead here. Eaton, a pretty good guy holding. Well, there's a 2, which means a potential balk. Eaton doesn't balk, but that will mean that he can't get a good lead. So Blanco at first, 2 outs. Yunel Escobar. Let me see. Eaton is -2 plus. Yeah, it's just not enough chances to try and get Blanco base there. So Escobar, we need to roll that. So Escobar for 7 righty, single 2-star. First and third, Eaton in trouble. 2 outs, but you got Mark Teixeira coming up, and this is not a guy you want to fool around with too much. So Teixeira, 2 outs, first and third, infield back, 6-8. Batting from the left, a walk. That's going to load the bases, and Eaton, the long reliever here, is going to give McCann a chance to come up here with. He could put some real distance here in this game. Here's McCann. Bases are loaded. 2 outs. Can he get an out here? 2-7, 1-5 single. Oh my goodness. This, I don't trust this D20. But it's a 14. That'll be a grounder to short, and they will take the short route and get out of the inning. So no runs there. 2 hits and a walk, but the Phillies survive. It's still 3-1 Atlanta. What did I do here? Okay, there. Okay, bottom of the 6th. Hampton's still in there. This is his potential inning of weakness. And it's top of the order for the Phillies. Time for them to do something here. Jimmy Rollins, 0 for 2. He's not been so good lately. 5-12 batting from the right. Grounded to first. Not the guy you want to ground it to. Teixeira, 1-E3. He gets to it. Oh, does he miss it? We'll see. That is an E. What is he? E3. That is a low roll. And guess what? What is it? E3 and 3. He boots it. So it's going to be an E3. Just after I got done lauding Teixeira with praise, he just makes a bad play there. So Rollins is going to be on the move here. Well, he's going to try to get on the move. Needs a 4, 5, or 6. Gets a 7, so he has to. He could go, but he's going to stay put for now. They will hit and run with Victorino, and it's a 2. So that means a potential balk, and Hampton doesn't balk, but still, they're going to hit and run. Batting from the right, 4-10, a grounder to second base B. And I think that will stand. Yeah, so that's going to be a 4-6. Victorino will beat it out, but that'll be one out. Victorino is going to try to get a lead here, too. He's got a few more chances, but a 9 doesn't do the job. -4. Yeah, see, you're just... It's a 1-10. Maybe if they get 2 outs here. So Chase Utley now. Another 2. That's a chance at a passed ball. Need a 1 from McCann here. It's 12. So Utley against the lefty. 4-6 lefty. That's a grounder to first. That's going to be the double play ball. That's a 3-6-1 double play to end the inning. So the error gets rectified by Teixeira's good glove on the double play, and they will go to the 7th with the Atlanta Braves on top 3-1. And Omar Infante comes up here against Adam Eaton. Batting from the right, 6-6, and there is hit number 3 for Infante, a leadoff double for the second time in this game. Jeff Francoeur, 2-7, and a 2-7. That'll be a fly ball to center. Be caught by Victorino. Infante will have to mosey his way back to second. Prado, 2-10, strikes him out. Out number 2, and that brings up Mark Kotze. They are going to walk him intentionally to bring up Hampton. Now, Hampton's a decent hitter here, but they will let Eaton face him. Hampton pitching pretty well here. So 2 outs. Yeah, they're gonna keep him in the game. So 2 outs. 5-7 against a lefty. Grounder to second. Can Utley make the play? Not holding either guy on, so it's a 2-16. He gets there. And a 14 makes the play. A 15 would have been a problem, but a 14 does mean that Utley gets there, and we'll see if the Braves made the right decision leaving Hampton in. Feel like it was a 50-50 chance. Hampton has pitched pretty well. It could mean that he's got runs to give, but if he can get through the 7th, they will definitely go to the bullpen. So it'll be Ryan Howard, lefty-lefty matchup. 2-7, that's a grounder to short, and that'll be out number 1. Pat Burrell. That 2-7 would have worked nice on this card, but there's a 2-3. He'll draw a walk. And that brings up Jason Worth. And a potential passed ball. You need a 1 for that. It's a 4, so no passed ball. So Worth with Burrell at first. 5-9 against a righty. Fly ball to left, that'll be caught. And that's the second out. That brings up Eric Bruntlett. Can Bruntlett be a hero? 5-5 against a righty. He strikes out, and that will be it for the side here. And we're going to go to the 8th. Still 3-1. Not the 10-9 shootout we had in real life. And they're gonna Phillies will make a switch here to Cianez. Eaton has pitched 11 batters, so they're going to go ahead and make the switch to Rudy. And it'll be top of the order, Gregor Blanco. Facing Cianez, first batter. And he'll draw a walk, so 2 times in a row he's been on base. And He is going to not be able to steal, at least with a good lead. Seeing as, you know what, he might be able to get a, he might try to steal here anyway. You know what, with them holding him on, Escobar's, they're going to do the hit and run with Escobar, so. Okay, 6-7 against a righty, that's a walk. So with an A hit and run guy, a walk becomes a ground ball to second C, so. Off the pitcher's card. So that gets Blanco to second with 1 out. And Mark Teixeira for 6. Batting from the left. That's a single to right. Blanco, he's going to try to score here. So, where was I? So Blanco, he's going to try to score. He's a 15. He, let's see, they were paying attention to him at second. So that means he has 1 subtracted. That's 14, 13, 12. 1 to 12 chance there's going to be a play at the plate here. Being aggressive. Teixeira will take second on this. 1 to 12, and he scores. And Teixeira does move to second base, so that's a 4-1 lead. Cianez gives up a run, and here is McCann. Well, there's a ground ball to first, and that's going to be taken to the bag by Howard. Teixeira will move to third on that, but 2 down now. And infield back for Infante. 2-4 fly ball to right, and that will be caught. They get a run on 1 hit, and they leave a guy stranded at third. And the Braves, at the bottom of the order coming up, they're going to go with Blaine Boyer here. That's great. Has it come back yet? See, if you go to... All right. Try to refresh and tell me. If I have to, I will restart the stupid feed. But, you know, it's... what it is it's a stupid University of Pennsylvania. They want a freaking... poll probably to ask me if I think that they are too liberal, and I would say, you're darn tootin'. All right, I'm waiting on Tribe Fan to tell me if refreshing gives him any better luck, but I'm guessing it won't because that's kind of the way this game has gone in terms of I get the rolls haven't gone their way, which isn't a big deal, but the you know, getting interrupted by Susie from University Hill or whatever the heck it's called. Love to just... I don't know. I don't know if it's if there's anything. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I guess I'm gonna have to restart this stupid feed. So I'm... Yeah. All right. Nothing I can do about it. I guess I have to start over, or not start over, but at least start afresh here. So I'll be right back.